So, the Mavericks against the Blazers game just wrapped up, and it was a pretty good game. I mean, the Mavericks are always fun, mainly due to their not great defense and them having Luka. And this game did not disappoint. The Blazers ended up winning it, though. It was a close game, though, a 3-point game, 121 to 118. And I just have a few thoughts on the game, and I thought it was a really good game. So in the first quarter, the Mavericks were pretty close from three, and the Blazers ended up jumping out to a lead, but then the Mavericks clawed it back in the second quarter and actually led by three at the half. And a lot of that was Luka Doncic, who had 24 points at the half, and he hit 3 straight threes to close out the half. And I mean, when Luka's three is dropping, he really is unstoppable. He was great tonight. But when his three is dropping, he has the threat from three, and it's not just spot up threes, it's usually a tough step back that he can hit. And then if you start playing up on that too much, he can get by you, use his strength, use his body to create an open shot for a teammate or get inside and finish there with a crafty finish, whether it be a pump fake and drawing the foul and hitting an and one, or a Euro step. He had a really nice Euro step tonight. I mean, he can just do it all offensively. And so a lot of his points were from three, and then also drawing fouls. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of foul baiting, but, I understand why he does it, because, it's easy points at the free throw line. And sometimes he goes in to bait the foul, and then he just makes the shot. So that's just a testament to his ability to make difficult shots. I mean, Luka is just great. But without Luka is one of the Mavs' biggest problem, and I think the only way they can survive it is with a Brunson, Burke, Porzingis lineup. Having the 2 point guards in Jalen Brunson and Trey Burke to make up for the playmaking, and then have Porzingis to do some of the scoring. And that lineup was also pretty good for the Mavs in the second quarter. Brunson's great, man. I'm a huge fan of his. He's good enough to be a starting point guard, and just because they have Luka, that he comes off the bench, but he does a great job off the bench. He's so crafty. He isn't very tall, so he needs to use his creativity, his craftiness. He could create open 3-point shots, but he can also get his own shot from three or from mid-range. He's good at that Steve Nash hockey move where you go under the basket and you just keep your dribble alive. He created a couple 3-pointers that way in this game. He's been good for the Mavs this season, and he's really their best playmaker without Luka on the floor. They traded for Josh Richardson in hopes of that. Hasn't really worked out, but Brunson has been really good. So the Brunson, Burke, Porzingis lineup is good. So the Mavs were up at the half, and more on Luka. Just his playmaking is also great. Always hitting the open man, always under control. Never in a rush, and his shot making is also great. It's ridiculous. There was one in this game where it was like a 3-point floater. I mean, he went to draw the foul. I don't think he got it, but he ended up having to shoot it one-handed, and it went in from three. And it was just an insane shot, and his shot making is so good. But Lillard on the other side was matching Luka's threes. There was a stretch where Luka went down the court, hit a three, Lillard comes back, hit a three, and that was great entertainment. Lillard is one of the best shooters in the NBA. I would say, him and Steph are the two who can shoot from deep efficiently like that, and you just have to pick him up as soon as he crosses half court. He was also great tonight. For the Blazers, I mean, they've dealt with quite a few injuries this season, mainly McCollum and Nurkic not playing tonight because of injury, and Cantor can provide a little bit of scoring for them. He was in double-digit scoring. He's not a great defender, but he can do some stuff in the post with step-throughs and pump fakes and little jump hooks. He's a good post player off the bench, and when Lillard isn't on the floor and they need some offense, it's really him and Melo who can do some stuff in terms of veterans. And there's also guys like Gary Trent and Anthony Simons who are also good tonight. And my next thing is Gary Trent. he's not just a 3-and-D guy. He has some size, and he can do a little bit off the dribble, whether it be 3-point shots or mid-range shots. He can provide a bit of scoring when Lillard's out, because those are the minutes that the Blazers really need to survive. And then with the Mavs, they gave up 45 points in the third quarter. I mean, that's just unacceptable. And, a bit of the problem with the Mavs is they're just not a team that plays hard. They're not diving for loose balls. They're not giving maximum effort all the time. And, that's a little bit of a problem. And it led to the Blazers getting some easy looks and easy points. So that's sort of a bit concerning for the Mavericks. Okay, so the Blazers had a lead in the fourth if we jump forward to that. But then the Mavericks went on a 12-0 run and cut it to 1. And then, last couple of minutes, they tied it up with a Finney-Smith 3. And then Lillard just hit a ridiculously tough 3-point shot. I thought it was deeper, but it was maybe 2 or 3 feet behind the line, just one of those quick step backs. And then he just bang right through the net, no rim at all. And that made it 119 to 116. And then Luka got a dunk, and then Dennis Smith Jr. got a dunk. So this set up the Mavs down 3 with 7 seconds left, a chance to tie. And, I don't really know what their play was, but it generated an open Luka 3 on the left wing. He was wide open, and it looked good look, and it just rimmed out, pretty close to going in, but it didn't. And then the Blazers ended up winning it 111 to 118 in a really good game. From both teams, 2 teams that I would expect to make the playoffs in the West. I know the Mavs haven't been great this season, but I'm pretty sure they just have the talent to be able to finish in the playoff spots. Like, I think they're better than the teams around them, like the New Orleans and the Rockets and the Kings. But Luka, I've been talking about him a lot this video, and he set a career high 46 points a couple nights ago. He had 44 here. Pair that with 7 rebounds and 9 assists. Just another great game for him. He's really been turning it up the last couple of games. Came into the season a little bit out of shape, not in rhythm. His 3-point shot wasn't falling, but I think in the last 5 games he's averaging like 36 points, 47% from 3, and he's just been killing it recently. And if he keeps playing like that or near that, he can really carry the Mavs this season. But Dame also had a great game. I mean, 34 points, 11 assists, doing almost everything for the Blazers when he's on the court. He was great. But the Blazers also benefited from his creation. They had 6 players with 12 or more points, and they were really good. Just surviving a great Luka performance. And they moved to 16 and 10. That's very impressive. McCollum and Nurkic were injured. The Blazers, they just keep plucking away, man. Never give up. Just Dame and Terry Stotts are finding a way to win some games. And, if they can survive and be, 4 or 5 seed when McCollum and Nurkic come back, I'm not exactly sure when, but they're a team that no one wants to see in the playoffs, especially with Dame, and then if McCollum is firing, and then they just have a lot of guys. I mentioned it, 6 players with 12 or more points. Dame, Anthony Simons, Cantor, Melo. They just find a way, and they deserve a lot of credit. So, thanks for watching, guys. That's the end of this video. Luka with a great game. Dame also with a great game. Blazers find a way to win by 3 points. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.